Welcome to the Barrie Molson Centre for a Central Division matchup between the Barrie Colts and the Brampton Battalion. And of course, this is a busy weekend for the Brampton Battalion. This is the second of 3 games in a row for them. They're coming off a 3-1 loss last night when they were in Kingston. They're in town tonight, and then tomorrow they'll head back to Brampton to face the Sudbury Wolves. As for Barrie, they come off a huge 11-0 victory over the Owen Sound Attack on Thursday evening, and then tomorrow night they head to Toronto where they'll face the Toronto St. Michael's Majors.
Welcome everyone back to the Molson Centre in Barrie as Brampton and Barrie get set for a big division matchup tonight as the Battalion come into the game just 1 point back of the Colts for second in the Central, while the Colts sitting behind Toronto by just 5 points, but they have 4 games in hand.
Yeah, it's those games in hand that are really key between these two teams. Barrie really has to win them. They can't lose this 4-game spread, because if they win all of them, they can be in first in the conference division.
Joe Park, the official for tonight's game, drops the puck, and we're underway as again the Colts wear their 3rd jerseys for the first time this season, as they will on a couple of occasions. This is one of them. Young trying to slide it off to Olahan, picked off 2-on-1 for the Colts. Here's Himmelfarb with Lees. Himmelfarb to Lees, and he went back to Himmelfarb, but Couture got his arm out and made the stop. One too many passes on that play, as Himmelfarb was already behind the net by the time Lees tried it.
And Eric Himmelfarb skating down the ice, getting a great chance right in front of Kevin Couture as we watch Himmelfarb put it across to Lees. Lees had thoughts of going back to Himmelfarb. Couture made a great sprawling save, romp of the Owen Sound Attack on Thursday night. That line combined for 13 points.
Big stop by Koliakovo as Ryan Bonus comes into the slot and gets a great scoring chance. Lob for Chason. Chason loses it in front. McClement to the net. McClement shot off the glove of Koliakovo. Lost it, Himmelfarb on it. Back to the point. Swanson over to Girardi, near side. Back to Himmelfarb. Shot, scores! Eric Himmelfarb, a power play goal, and the Colts lead it 1-0.
Tic-tac-toe. Simple as that between the Barrie Colts. Came across to Daniel Girardi. He thought a shot, but saw Eric Himmelfarb in front. Put it to the wide open Eric Himmelfarb, but doesn't miss very often. Buried it home. There's Himmelfarb in the high slot beat. Kevin Couture high on the blocker side. And that really all started down at the other end, where here Paulo Koliakovo made the great save on Jay McClement while shorthanded. It was a defensive error on the breakout. Paulo Koliakovo had to be sharp. Sometimes your best player on the ice has to be your goalie. Paulo Koliakovo is definitely that for the Colts tonight.
Has it knocked off his stick, and now Marshall coughs one up. Here's Rosendale, drops for Volsky, save, rebound, and it's hopping over the stick of Rosendale. He had a great chance to try and whack in the rebound, but the puck was rolling on him. Here's Young losing it in the corner. Langdon on the puck for the Colts. Back to the point. Swanson fires through a crowd. Couture save, rebound. He's got it in his glove as Himmelfarb was right there, and he holds his head on his hand after Couture not only had the glove, but the blade of Himmelfarb's stick in his glove.
Well, how Himmelfarb missed that one, I'll never know. The initial shot comes in. Look at Eric Himmelfarb. He's standing there all by himself. Has all the time in the world. He actually does make contact with the puck, but he shoves it right into Couture's glove.
Here's Swanson again, holding, now shot through a crowd. Couture makes the first save. Rebound comes free over to the faceoff dot, but Bonus gets over to the stick of Tremblay. Up to Henrik, and Henrik starts up ice for Brampton. Henrik tries to get around to Costa and does. Rolling puck to the net. Koliakovo can't find it, and now does, and keeps it out of the net as Adam Henrik does some nice little how's-she-doing work to get around to Costa and get to the goal. Point shot blocked by Koliakovo. Can't find it as it comes loose. Rolls through the crease. McClement couldn't get his stick on it as Swanson had him tied up. It's Nick Lees on him. Here's Himmelfarb up with it. Himmelfarb to the net. Himmelfarb had it knocked off his stick. Lees shot fired, blocked in front. And boys, that Frank Bergio comes up with a great block, but he is limping off to the bench. He felt that one. Takes one for the team though. They're just out over the line, and Tremblay will bring it back in for Barrie. Tremblay upended by Simmons. Here's a shot. Scores! Evan Brophy gets his 5th goal of the the season, and it's a 2-0 lead for the Colts.
15 years old, he's got 5 goals on the year, and this one fooled even me. Brophy just walked out to the high slot and took a shot. It was a flutter puck, and it fooled Kevin Couture the whole way as it tucked in between his legs and into the back of the net. Colts stretch their lead to 2.
And that, I believe, may have gone off the stick of the Brampton defenseman. And now it's out as Himmelfarb will race after it in the battalion zone. Himmelfarb's up with the puck, but he's on his own. Goes around behind the net. Himmelfarb takes it into the corner. 8 seconds to go in the period. Sends it out in front. Crombeen scores! BJ Crombeen gets his 8th point in 6 games. 8th of the season. 3-0 Barrie.
Well, that goal should have credit assists to Eric Himmelfarb twice, is what I wanted to say. BJ Crombeen finally pulled the trigger high in the slot, found over the shoulder of Kevin Couture, but that was all Eric Himmelfarb. He did all the legwork, and he hung onto the puck deep in the battalion zone, finding a wide open BJ Crombeen, who nets his first tonight. Colts have a 3-0 lead as time winds down.
And now Crombeen has some words at center with Chris Rowan. Now Rosendale in to talk to Crombeen as well, but they get separated. Knocked off his stick. Chris Rowan on the puck, gets it to Campbell Krebs to the net. Campbell Krebs' shot was blocked as Coley-Ackerville went down. Here's Chris Rowan dumped to the ice in the corner. It's back up on his feet as Brophy has it stripped in front of that. Shot blocked by Coley-Ackerville. Loose puck sits there, scores! Ryan Bonus finds a way to put it by Coley-Ackerville, and the battalion are on the board. It's a 3-1 game.
Well, that was a broken play right from the start. If you look at it from the Barrie Colts point of view, the rookies tried to keep the puck alive and couldn't. You see Justin DaCosta kicking it there as Paulo Coley-Ackerville wanted to cover it up. DaCosta tried to keep it alive, ended up losing it to Ryan Bonus, who stuffed it past Paulo Coley-Ackerville, a screen Paulo Coley-Ackerville. And that's Paulo's first goal he's let in about 5.5 periods.
Let's go to our fan in the stands. Here's April.
You are not a favorite person here.
I know, they just got booed me as I'm walking down the stairs playing the bugle.
That's right. Can you play a bit for us?
Sure.
Somebody else is blowing theirs trying to counteract yours. Oh, back to you, John.
Well, he's surrounded by some Brampton fans there, and his bugle boy from Company G.
Company B, as in Brampton.
Yeah. Down with that.
Oh. I've said it once, I'll say it again. Fans in the OHL really get behind their team.
Third, a 3-1 lead for the Barrie Colts here as Brent Burns tries to battle forward in the corner and gets dumped down to the ice. Here's the shot, scores! Jay McClement! And Brampton is within 1. It's a 3-2 game.
Well, all of a sudden we have a game on our hands as the Barrie Colts came out and start the third period with a cushy 3-0 lead. And just that quickly, the Brampton Battalion have fired their way back into it as that shot looked a fool. Paulo Coley-Ackerville, Jay McClement skates out from the corner. Luke Jason was all over him. He just swept a puck towards Coley-Ackerville, and it went in behind him. Question, if the Colts lose wearing their new third jerseys, the red ones that they haven't worn in 7 years, will they wear them again?
It's off. Holohan tries to get it in front. Swanson will bat at it, get it out to center. 4 seconds to go. And once again on a Saturday night, the Barrie Colts give the fans in the stands a little extra time on the clock to watch some hockey, as we'll go to overtime after Brampton battles back from a 3-0 deficit heading into the third. The Colts line, Bergio trying to throw the pass in front, broken up by Kenny Young. Colts back up ice. Here's Nick Lees down the wing. Lees cuts towards the center. Lees with it, trying to get a wrist shot. His stick was tied up. Brophy back to Riley Moore. Moore fires off the arm of Couture. Brophy's shot, and that goes wide of the net. Moore keeps it in with 1:09 to go in the overtime. Riley Moore sends the puck around the boards behind the Brampton net. Goes off into the far corner. Lees is on it. Here's Kenny Young's shot, stopped by Couture, rebound, gets batted wide. Himmelfarb on it now, 58 seconds remaining. Moore at the point, his shot off a stick, blocked. Moore keeps it in and then gives it up. Here's McClement, and he almost had a breakaway, but Kenny Young broke up the pass. Kevin Young trying to keep the puck in at the Brampton line. It's out to center as Schwanz will put it over on the far side for Rowan. Back to Schwanz. Schwanz carries it in. He has McClement in front. Takes the shot from a bad angle. And Kolyakovo will keep that one as a crowd draws off to the side of the net. And Himmelfarb whacks Schwanz with his stick right up high. And Himmelfarb, I believe, is going to the box here. And we're going to have an illegal stick call against Mike Luby. So the Colts seeing if they can catch Luby here to get out of this penalty kill situation. And Joe Park takes Luby's stick, goes to the box. And now Stan Butler will go down to the bench to find out if he's got the inside scoop, if it is legal or not. Now, if it is illegal, then the Colts will have 3-on-3 for the remainder of the overtime. If it is not, then it's going to be a 5-on-3 power play for Brampton. Because of the 4-on-4 in the overtime, they'll get an extra player out there and have a 5-on-3 advantage with 22.6 to go. What a gamble here by Bud Stefanski, and a gamble that pays off. Luby's stick has gone to the box. Luby will go to the box, and we'll end the overtime with some 3-on-3.
Well, that's a veteran coaching play by Bud Stefanski. That's why he's the Eastern Conference All-Star head coach this season. He picked that up. He knew it was probably an ace in his pocket for the entire game. He wanted to use it at just the right moment, and this would be it. As we're back to 3-on-3, even strength.
So the draw will be inside the Colts zone, and boy, there's a lot of open ice now. McClement, Schwanz, and Bergio out for the Battalion. Swanson, Lees, and Young for the Colts. And Swanson tries to carry it up ice with 16 seconds to go. Looked to feed Nick Lees, couldn't do it. Young goes after it on the far side, 11 seconds to go. Kenny Young building speed down the wing. Here's Young in over the line. Run off by Schwanz. Lees trying to get it to Swanson, 3 seconds to go. He's got to get a shot, plays it off to Lees, and he can't fire the trigger as this game will end in a tie. And a big, big point for Brampton to come back from that 3-0 deficit and get the 1 point here, but the Colts can't pull out the win with that 3-0 lead, but at least a smart move made at the end by that penalty stick call to keep it 3-on-3 in the overtime. Back with our post game after this.
Welcome back to the Barrie Molson Centre, and after 4 periods of play, it ends in a tie game. This was a key divisional matchup, Central Division matchup between the Brampton Battalion and the Barrie Colts. And the first 2 periods, it was 3-0 for the Barrie Colts, and then Brampton comes back and adds 3 goals in the 3rd period. Let's have a look at our 3 stars right now. 3rd star, B.J. Crombie of the Barrie Colts. He gets a goal tonight. Jay McClement of the Brampton Battalion gets 2 goals on the night, including the tying goal. And the number 1 star from the Barrie Colts, Eric Himmelfarb, with an outstanding game. Once again, this is a key guy for the Barrie Colts. They acquired him in the offseason, and he's just done some wonderful things ever since he came to this team. This Central Division matchup ends in a 3-all tie. Brampton Battalion 3, Barrie Colts 3. And that's going to do it for us here tonight. You can join us tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock right here on Rogers Television for OHL Primetime when the Barrie Colts head to Toronto. They'll face the St. Michael's Majors. And then our next broadcast here at the BMC will be on Thursday at 7:30 when the Sarnia Sting come to town. Thanks again for joining us. From all of us here at OHL Primetime, have a good night. Crew meals for OHL Primetime provided by the Great Canadian Bagel, located at Highway 400 and Molson Park Drive in Barrie.
Near side, back to Himmelfarb. Shot, scores! Here's a shot, scores! Takes it into the corner, 8 seconds to go in the period, sets it out in front. Robbie scores! Blocked by Kolyakovo. Can't find as it comes loose, rolls through the crease. McClellan couldn't get his stick on it. Shot blocked by Koliakovo. Loose puck sits there. Score!